Was muted. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ronald Rizzo, the Hokage of the Chaos Village, and today we about to watch a video by A Bando, the unfortunate end of FaZe Clan. Let's go.
So the FaZe Clan experiment is now seemingly over.
GG's.
And this seems to be something that was brewing for a while now, because honestly, since the summertime, FaZe Clan has just been going downhill, and it really all started back in July of 2025 when the CEO of the company, Banks, started getting into a lot of drama on social media because of his involvement within cryptocurrency. He was getting accused of
he sunk the whole company single-handedly by that crypto stuff, man. I don't know why people get into crypto, but leave it alone. GG's. Don't be trying to sell no crypto coins to your viewers, bro. You on some Jack Doherty timing, bro.
A lot of crypto scams, a lot of crypto rug pulls, and because of all of those, he started to face a lot of backlash. And with him being the CEO of FaZe Clan, of course, they started facing backlash from his actions as well, which ultimately caused Banks to step down as the CEO of FaZe and lead the company completely.
Yep. And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got some cooking.
Hey, Bruce called it out, bro. Bruce is like a fortune teller. You know what I'm saying?
All these trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'ma just laugh, bro. But just remember what the I'm talking about, bro. All right? That's all I'ma do. Is laugh.
Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the worst thing to happen for FaZe during that time, because just 1 week later, things only continued to get worse as Plaqueboymax, who was one of the most popular members of FaZe Clan at the time, announced via Twitter that he was leaving. And at first, that whole situation was very vague. He didn't give much reasoning. It was very random. At the time, all Max really said was that he wanted to focus on himself and build up his own brand.
Y'all was hearing Echo, my bad, but yes, I'm leaving FaZe. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth while I'm leaving FaZe, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to embark on my journey.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
I knew this would happen because I felt like FaZe forced themselves together. Like, they forced pieces that didn't really fit together. FaZe kind of forced them together, trying to kind of like copy what was going on with RDC World and AMP. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you try to force some stuff that wasn't meant to be together, bro. For real.
Worked the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make 5-star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working.
I don't own FaZe. I don't own FaZe, gang. No ownership. I want to build something. If you're pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry.
FaZe is whole news though, bro. I ain't even lie to you.
The biggest shit ever. And me, the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't with these. Don't mean I won't with these. That don't mean I won't do shit with these. I love them. They're my boys. But at the end of the day, bro, I'ma do what I feel.
Bro, cause so when you in a group, man, you gotta watch what you do because of the brand, bro. Everything's because of the brand. Excuse me. So I understand what he's saying, bro.
It's right for me.
I'm fighting the bubonic plague right now, y'all.
Down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, once this happened, many people thought FaZe Clan was finished. Some people even thought that this was going to lead to like a domino effect, which meant everyone was going to start leaving the clan after Max left. And now it's starting to seem like this is how that entire thing is going to pan out.
That's true.
That Max left FaZe, I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't think so, bro.
Actually,
I support my man's whatever he does. But for FaZe, bro, it's
that man's ugly,
like when one person leaves, chat y'all ever seen, it's a domino effect, bro. Y'all know what I mean?
That's
when one nigga leaves, it becomes a domino effect. The whole crew gonna leave, bro. It's generally just the truth. It's just the truth. Right or wrong. Right or wrong. It's like a dynasty. When one nigga leaves, bro, it's gonna become a domino effect.
That's facts.
That's gonna be blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Low key, because one person could like be that glue that keeps everybody together. So Max being who he was kind of like that glue that kind of kept them, you know what I'm saying? On the forefront of everybody, you feel me? So shouts out to Max and shouts out to FaZe, but FaZe that's cooked, bro. That's old school, homie. Nobody even mentioned FaZe no more, bro.
Now, while that's looking like an all-time take right now, originally it didn't age that well because no one initially left the clan after Max left. In fact, if anything, FaZe continued to grow more and more after the departure of the two key members. You see, they still went on to do the annual FaZe subathon, which took place in October, I believe. and that ended up doing amazing. Literally every single member of FaZe Clan surpassed over 100,000 subscribers.
That's dope. That's
which
dope.
is something that's completely unheard of on Twitch for an entire organization to have over 100,000 subscribers each. And of course, with achieving a milestone like that, this also led to them once again winning Organization of the Year at the 2025 Streamer Awards.
I want to say thank you to anyone who voted for us. This year we did our second ever subathon where all of us reached 100,000 subscribers.
That's what's up.
We also managed to go down the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the leaderboard for Twitch. Yes. So, and 1 million subs across the board of all FaZe Clan.
That's what's up.
Oh man, hey. I've been a part of this for almost 15 years now, y'all. A part of FaZe, and I think I can confidently say, this is the most proud I've ever been of where FaZe is at. Everybody on the stage, I want to thank you guys so much for voting for us, for believing in us. It means so much to me.
Dude,
thank you guys. And
I forgot Rage was in FaZe. What? He in FaZe? What's up? Okay, thank you. Okay. I forgot Rage was in FaZe, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, FaZe up.
Now, after the Streamer Awards took place, this is where everything really started going downhill for everyone, but it's looking like FaZe has now got caught in this drama, despite not really getting into any problems at the actual Streamer Awards, other than India Love saying Adapt didn't deserve to win his Breakout Streamer of the Year award.
So,
but anyways,
Adapt is FaZe. I'm so out the loop, bro. I don't know who's who, what's what. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of out the loop with all this stuff. So me watching this is just kind of like tying all the knots together for me, you know what I'm saying, personally.
Unfolded after the awards show would be much more serious for FaZe Clan, because just a few weeks after the awards took place, FaZe officially announced the second annual FaZemas, which is supposed to be a thing where like every member of FaZe goes live every day all the way up till Christmas.
Christ.
This is something they started doing
That's
last
what you call
holiday
grinding,
season, and they plan to do it again this year. But you see, this FaZemas didn't go anywhere near as good as the FaZemas last year, because you see, as soon as the whole thing started, fans began to notice some very weird behavior going on with a few of the members. And this trend of like weird things going on continued for a few days, up until the point where some of the members didn't even finish doing the whole FaZemas streams. They stopped in the middle of it, which again, everyone thought was very weird, but they didn't have any explanation as to why that was going on. There was all types of rumors and think pieces going around. People were saying that they had bought a new house. People were saying that they were leaving FaZe. Honestly, people didn't have no idea what was truly going on. People was just guessing. It wasn't until all of the FaZe members unfollowed FaZe.
FaZe, Lacey, Silk, Jason, and Stable Ronaldo have just unfollowed Banks on Instagram. What's going on, bruh?
These Banks on social media. That's what people began to realize, that maybe this new FaZe project was starting to come to an end, which of course sparked all types of think pieces online.
Hold up.
Genuinely, here's what I think. I think that it was from the beginning, right? Nobody could get on the right terms. Nobody can get on the right terms, and both sides, right? Nobody could have. They didn't agree to what what the foundation was, right?
Yeah.
So they bought FaZe. I don't know who bought it. I think it's pretty easy. You guys can do your research. Here's what I think. FaZe was bought, but then whoever bought it was like, yo, how do I get the money? Where's the money coming in at? How do I get the money? And I think that's the issue. There was no gain. But here's what I think needs to happen if I'm the FaZe boys. You guys need to leave FaZe, rebrand into a new group so you guys have equity of your own group, right? You need to...
Hold up. Hey, Mr. Aiden might be cooking right here. Take all that clout you got right now and start your own clique. Because you being tied to FaZe, now you can say, oh, we're going to name ourselves Water Bottle. I'm going to say that because Water Bottle right in front of me. Water Bottle Clan. Blah, 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 blah. Do some streams, get a little house together, and keep it rolling. Come drop the FaZe off of it. Make them come back with the right money. You feel me?
You guys need to have full-on equity of your own group. Leave FaZe, rebrand, and that's what you guys got to do.
Now, it turned out people were actually right. The quote-unquote new FaZe Clan as we knew it began coming to an end after 5 key members announced their departures via Twitter, which kind of had everyone shocked, even with all of the drama that was going on. Honestly, I didn't really believe it at first. I thought it was a troll, maybe a promo for something. But when Adapt made his tweet announcing his departure, that's when it hit like, okay, this is a real thing.
What does it say? 13 years over half my life. I'd be lying if I say this didn't hurt. But it had to be done. Thank you for everyone who has been a part of this journey. The best is yet to come. Oh, he left FaZe too?
Because I don't even think Adapt would troll like this. As you guys know, FaZe has been Adapt's entire life since he was like 16 years old. So for him to tweet and announce his departure, we all knew that this had to be something serious. As the day continued, more and more news started coming out. And obviously none of the people who left today further spoke on any of these situations because it was Christmas. I mean, this had to be the worst possible Christmas for FaZe Banks ever. But fortunately, Max did end up going live to finish off his final stream of his personal Christmas marathon, and this stream was titled The Truth. And in this stream, Max finally shared some information.
Wait. Everybody shut up. Let's see what's going on with FaZe, bro, because he's about to spill all the beans. All the bush beans about to be on the floor.
5 months later about why he left FaZe Clan in the first place. Starting with some information that was shared earlier in the day by his cousin and former employee, I guess Morgan, also known as Fatboy Dip, who claimed Max had left FaZe Clan because they was trying to charge him 20% of his monthly revenue or $20,000 just to simply live in the guest house.
What?
I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little...
No. What you're not going to do, if I'm carrying your brand on my back, you're not about to charge me nothing. You better deduct it out of something. Cause you tripping. You invested in me. No, homie, that's not gonna happen because you ain't getting none of these pockets, homie.
Townhouse that Max was in? And FaZe? They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck?
Now, when Max started his stream, he did give a little bit more detail about all of these situations, stating that he originally started feeling the negative effects of FaZe Clan about a year ago during the first FaZemas, where they weren't able to do this group sponsorship, and because they didn't do this group sponsor, they had to get pulled from the house that they were streaming in, which left Max questioning how much control they really had over their own careers.
But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor.
So really what I feel like is going on with FaZe Bank, whoever runs FaZe Clan, whoever's the owner, he wants these people to carry the name of FaZe and also pay to be doing FaZe stuff. Like what? If I got FaZe Clan, Plaqueboymax or whatever, Plaqueboymax FaZe Clan or Lacey FaZe Clan, bro, that's the payment alone. That's the payment alone, bro. Them bringing that name, getting that name, some, you know what I'm saying? Some clout is enough, bro. You want them to get the name clout and to pay for where they stand. It's absolutely crazy, bro.
For that day, and didn't end up doing the sponsor game night. Yes, if he was there, he was there. Didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, they said that FaZe has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is like the first time where in my head I went, how much control do we have here? And how much control do we have over us? If that makes sense.
Shortly thereafter, Max also talked about how he was forced to fire his current manager and hire some other manager of FaZe's choosing, which was extremely hard for Max because he had already planned so many things with his current manager, including his 365-day marathon that he was planning to do, which abruptly came to an end, and now we have a little bit more insight as to why.
Someone at FaZe had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon. Brandon had falling out with person who introduced me.
Yeah.
And person who introduced me tells me, according to my assistant and my creative director at the time, who were sitting in on all calls because they're on my team, tell me I have to fire my manager.
Wow.
And get rid of him.
Reason
being?
I
can't be here when they're the person who introduced me.
The final nail in the coffin for Max was when they tried to charge him this 20% of his revenue or the $20,000 just to live in his house. He stated that along with everything else that has just been building up made him feel kind of like a puppet. And that's what ultimately led to his decision to finally man up and leave.
Point of this is to tell y'all this. We had no control. There was no control.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Or it's like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying? Anything could happen at any moment. It come time, y'all know the whole war happened, etc. Right?
And then we had FaZe Camp. I'm not gonna lie, for the past like 2 months, I was on some shit like, damn, like, am I really gonna leave? Am I gonna stay? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like just on the fence with it, because at the end of the day, but we don't own this shit. We don't. And we don't.
Nah, you gotta go with your gut feeling when you're doing something like that, because at that point, how Max is speaking about it, it's almost like you're working a job, bro. And you're supposed to be living your dreams. You're making content, you're streaming, whatever. You're supposed to be really like have all control of what you want to do. I don't think it's smart to be like so suffocated by sponsorships or a company to where you can't be your creative self. So I completely understand what Mac's talking about, and I think it was a wise decision for him to leave.
Have control over our careers as much as we should have.
Now, unfortunately, Max couldn't go into much more detail than that because apparently he is still under contract and things like that. But people on the internet had already came to their conclusion of who to blame, and that person was no other than FaZe Banks. People were spreading all types of rumors online about Banks, stating that he sold his stake in FaZe for millions of dollars, and with him basically getting all of the blame, that originally caused him to put out a tweet stating that he had nothing to do with what was going on in FaZe Clan because he left months ago, but he will also be willing to help do whatever it is that he could do to save the organization.
Y'all believe this or what? Hey, y'all believe this? He ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know, cuz. They say he did sell his stake though, so maybe it does. He has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Who knows?
And apparently there had to be a little bit of false information to this tweet because Max viewed it on stream and he apparently found it a little bit funny. Now, obviously, really no one on social media was buying this tweet from Banks. Everyone felt like with him being the CEO and leaving months ago, there had to be something behind the scenes that he had to do with it, especially after Max seemingly laughed at this tweet he put out, which I guess all led to Banks getting more and more hate throughout the night, and that all led to him dropping a 12-minute video on Twitter talking about everything that went wrong with this whole new FaZe Clan experiment. To sum it up, for the entire 12 minutes, he basically called FaZe Clan fake, stating that they were all faking their friendships for personal gain.
We all knew. Look, bro, you don't have to tell us. We already know, because this group just got slapped together, bro. They just got slapped together and threw the name FaZe on it. We all knew it was fake. Only person that was believing it wasn't fake was the kids and you. Man, we all knew it was fake, bro, because nobody even heard of these guys before they became FaZe Clan, other than Plaqueboymax. Nobody even heard of these cats, bro.
State that they were all ungrateful and they didn't have any career going before they met him, and how he's now in $40 million worth of debt because of how much he invested into them in FaZe Clan.
That's your fault,
apparently he received nothing back for.
These guys would have never lived in a house together if it wasn't for me. These guys are all at minimum 10 times the size in terms of audience and platform now as before they joined FaZe. These guys have all made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Possibly.
In the last 2 years. And I'm here to tell you, as former FaZe Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I gave up my entire adult life.
No, it ain't. Let me tell you what the worst decision you ever made. Crypto, homie. That's the worst thing you ever could have done. And you know it. You sunk your whole name and the name of FaZe because of that crypto stuff, bro. So before this even happened, think about that, bro. Leave crypto alone, cuz. If you go invest in it, do it privately. Don't be like Jack Doherty. Don't be like Hot Tour Girl. Do not mess with crypto. It's fake coins, bro. It's not like that. Now, if you got a lot of money, you want to put a little bit in Bitcoin, okay? But that other crypto, cuz, I wouldn't even mess with it.
To this, I have put myself in millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt. I have never made not one singular dollar outside of my salary. Yeah, I think FaZe to acquire and all the costs for these guys' careers over the last 2 years, I think ballpark $40 million.
Jesus Christ.
And I think probably collectively these guys have had to have probably made like 20 million in the last 2 years collectively, I would guess. And not $1 of that 20 million has ever gone back to FaZe, never mind me. Even if it did ever go back to FaZe, that shit, it's not mine. Truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos. And I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer and your community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth and you've made a complete career out of all of it.
Now, Banks did
Bro dropping the bombshell. He calling everybody out.
This entire thing was saying that he is going live tomorrow to go into more detail. But to me, it seemed like Banks was so focused on reviving FaZe Clan that he never really had a plan intact to get a return on his investment. And after failing to get any of the members to agree to paying up a percentage of their revenue, it seems like he just tried to jump ship and sell his stake in the company for millions of dollars, possibly to help get himself out of debt. And the people he sold this thing to is probably looking for even more money than he was looking for, which is what probably all led to this Christmas Day disaster. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this entire situation? Do you believe that
y'all think FaZe Banks had something to do with what's going on right now? No. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. But till next time, it's been your boy Rizzo. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.